Hey guys, it's me, the real ADog21, back with another video. Now today we'll be focusing on a thing that's going on a lot where people are downloading applications to match iPhones and things like that for their Android. So one application we're going to look at is Control Center OS 12 for iPhone X by Bass Boost Equalizer Inc. And according to the page, it's supposed to look something like this. So I see that you can add apps to the Monday music controls. Okay, screen timeout, adding apps, of course. Settings, there's settings. Okay. I'm going to install the app. I'm aware that it contains ads. I'm going to pause the video while I'm installing the app. Okay, the app is done installing. We're going to click open. I'm also going to be doing full ratings on this, guys. So, okay, we're going to allow access. Yes. Can modify system settings. I guess it can. Okay. Access. We wanted to be able to access our notifications. So for any application right off the bat that you have to change settings with, or notification launchers or anything like that, you're going to have to allow access to a lot of phone content and to be able to read messages using this application. So pretty much, yes, you're going to have to give away some personal access for these applications. So right off the bat, I noticed that there's this little widget thingy right there to display that. We're not going to mess with that right now. We're going to check out the basic settings. Okay, I can position this little red bar to the top of the screen. Okay, the left of the screen, the right of the screen, or the bottom of the screen. Okay, I can position its size. It has a pretty big size positioning for the middle. I can also change the color. Okay, it's not bad. We're going to keep it at red. And the alpha. Alpha represents transparency. Show on everything. For example, the lock screen. If this app does turn out to be a really good app, I would recommend to have it show on everything, because there's no point in it only showing on the screen. That would be really annoying, considering you don't leave your phone on 24/7 on the home screen. So, we've gone through basic settings. Now, background. I'm going to keep it at default background, but you can do screen blur, which is like whatever's on your screen. You can do transparent. You can do a wallpaper, current wallpaper, or just default background. Let's cancel. Customize controls. Okay. Record. Going to want to add that. Screenshots. Okay, I'm going to add screenshots, calendar, everything else I'm going to keep off for now. Okay. Show notifications. We want it to show notifications. Record setups, frames, brightness. Okay, everything's right. Vibration. Vibration is if you want it to vibrate when you tap the little red bar at the bottom, in my case, or whatever color you decide to take it to. Notifications is if you want it to be able to show notifications, which I don't know why we need to show notifications. Somebody's on Twitch. I don't know why. Oh, and it also has this little slider thingy that shows that it's running. If you don't like that on your screen, it's okay. It is not the end of the world. For my phone, at least, I can swipe to the right. I can drag it to the right a little bit. I can do settings, and I can do don't show notification, and done. Now, this doesn't prevent it from showing all notifications. I just have to keep doing that with different kinds of notifications. That just prevents it from telling me that it's on and active, because I know a lot of you are annoyed by that. So basically, it doesn't have that many settings for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try some of the different settings. Oh, music control. Got to make sure that's on. I want it to control Google Play Music or your default music app. Do not worry, it should be able to control other things. Hopefully. That's it. So we're going to also try it on different sides of the screen to see which works best. So I'm going to go home. Okay, home. Other additional launchers running. It is literally just this launcher. So you can see it to the bottom of the screen. It might not look as weird for yours in your case because of the fact that you may not have this operating system, but I do. So I'm gonna just swipe up on it. Okay, when I swipe up once, it displays the launcher. Now we're gonna try our 3D touch actions. Wow, it actually has 3D touch actions, and that's when you hold down. I can choose my okay. Everything seems to be working. What is this? I don't know what that does. I'm assuming that records the screen. Does that record the screen? I don't exactly know what that just did. All I know is when I pressed that little button, it disappeared off screen. That's interesting. So the first thing I noticed is as soon as I press that record button, the actual launcher disappears. So that will bring down the star, in my opinion, because typically if you want to download something that has the OS or claims that it can do these settings, you're going to want to be able to record things. Frames, we could try 120 frames interval, 30 frame interval. There's no settings for the recorder, and I didn't see any specifications stating that the recorder needed anything. Okay, so that's in that. All of this stuff is here. If I hold down on this, it gives me the specific actions. If I hold down on this, let's try holding down on that. It doesn't do anything. So if you hold down on the Wi-Fi area and things like that, it doesn't open up all of your settings. It just, the only 3D touch actions that work is your music. Oh, your keys. Oh, light works. Time works. Camera works. I typically don't need the camera to load up if I know it's going to work. Can assure you that that works. Everything other than that works as long as you enable permissions. Screen timeout works. Lock screen rotation works. Screenshot. I don't know if that works or not. I did not see that do anything, so I'm assuming that it doesn't work. So my only complaints with this app are every time I try to click on the record button, the aka recording iOS feature built into the app, the swipe up bar disappears, and I'm pretty sure on Apple when you record stuff that bar doesn't disappear. Also, when you press the screenshot button, it disappears. I have to open the app again. I have to wait till the app loads. By the way, I'm doing this on Wi-Fi. This should work off Wi-Fi. You don't need Wi-Fi to have the app running. I have got no ads for this app so far, and it's been about 9 minutes of your time. So I'm pretty sure we're okay with apps. Other things that I have with this are when you swipe up. Not on that. When you swipe up, as you can see, the screen kind of pauses. So there is a little bit of a lag time when you swipe up on the bar. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I've literally been there trying to hold and swipe up on the bar. So all of the features work except for the recording, the built-in recording. I would recommend, honestly, I it working for this. So overall, my review would probably be about, judging on what works, I would give it about a 3 to 4 star review, based on the fact that it does work. The application does run. There isn't a huge fill up of ads, because I care about you guys and know you guys do not want a huge, enormous fill up of just amounts of ads popping up on your screen. So overall, this will probably be 3 stars. The only thing that doesn't work is the built-in recorder that it claims it has, and the screenshot application. Now, I know that some apps say that they have that and give a disclaimer that you have to have a certain Android version for that capability to work. Trust me, I have a very newer phone with all of the newer credentials and everything that they claim it works on. It does not. It's not working. I don't know if that depends on your phone. Maybe it'll work on your phone, maybe it won't. But the likeliness of it working on your phone is that it probably won't. Because I've used apps like this, because I love this OS launcher, on different types of phones. And overall, it's the same, where they claim your version has to be higher or lower. And honestly, it should work on all versions if they're going to have it. I can understand it not working on really old versions, but if you have a newer version of a typical phone that people would buy, then yeah. So as of 2018, this app called Control Center 12 iPhone is overall okay. So I'm going to give it a 3 star. It's okay, and I think that's fair. Tell me in the comment section below if I should have given it less stars. Less stars. Does the app make you happy? Yes. Is the camera good? The camera is good. Is the app in English? Yes, it is. It didn't really need any language concerns. So now we're going to try another app. Let's try PUBG. Okay, no, I'm kidding. iOS. Or no. Not iOS launcher. And I have to delete this one really quickly. Sorry, guys. Okay, delete the app. Okay, it disappears quickly. And don't worry about notification permissions and things like that, because to delete an app, my phone automatically erases all of that app data and things like that. I would recommend turning it off if it asks you to have access to access to your phone build and things like that. I do have a clean manager on my phone. Ignore that, guys. That's just to clear cache and things like that. It doesn't matter. So okay, so now we're going to look at another one called Control Center OS 11. Or is this the same one? That's the same one. Okay, all of these look very, very similar. So we're going to go with this one, Control Center OS 11, Control Center by Excessive Touch Team. Okay, so let's review the basics of it. Okay. It seems to be sponsoring Bruno Mars, apparently. It has basic settings. It looks like it supports having extra apps. Automatically on here, I see that screenshot is apparently supported through the browser. Oh, and the flip feature. So if I had my phone flipped into landscape mode, it would comfortably fit in landscape mode or portrait mode. So I'm definitely going to test out this app. It has settings. I can change the color of the bar, the size, the position, the weight, the height, the width. So pretty much everything. The only issue with this one I'm noticing is that it's left, right, and bottom for the position of the bar. to test the other ones, left, right, and up. Features. I'm sorry about that. Completely forgot about that. Oops. And whoa. Here it is claiming it works on multiple devices, and apparently on tablets that's what it does. So I don't know where that came in and why that was important to show, but we're going to install it. Oh, whoa. We're going to download it, and I'm going to pause. And it's done downloading. So, click on the video, and literally as soon as I pause the video, 5 seconds later. So these download very quick. Okay, Control Center, make your phone much smarter. Okay, you need to turn on system settings. So this will always happen. Do not freak out, just press back after allowing. You have to allow everything. Oh, there we go with our first advertisement. Now, typically I'm not trigger happy when it comes to advertisements. I don't get very angry or upset. The review doesn't go down for one advertisement or two here and there. After all, these apps do have to make money, and they're not system built apps. So first we're going to look at this. So we have to enable it first. So it's enabled. It is enabled at the bottom. Okay, customize controls. Let's customize its controls. Okay, I'm seeing loading. Okay, it can take screenshots. So I'm going to want to add screenshots. I'm going to want to add... Okay. Another thing I want to also check with these apps is if it supports an image for all of your applications. Sometimes it'll only support like 5 applications, and the rest of them it'll just show like an Android logo or like no logo at all. And you're not going to want that because that's going to look really fake. So I'm going to add FM radio app. Okay, we've customized the controls. Okay, background image. We don't need to customize that. Vibration, hide in full screen. Do not press hide in full screen, because when you turn on a YouTube video and full screen it, or you use those apps where it full screens your screen and prevents you from using a keyboard or your soft keys at the bottom, then you're not going to want to do that. I also seen down here, this one I am actually liking a lot because it also comes with gestures. So swipe up for Control Center. You see, these gestures are very tricky because swiping up for Control Center, last time I remember, I wouldn't have that on this one because Control Center typically on the iPhone X is below where I have 8:55 p.m. right there, and what I would do is I would swipe down to see my Control Center. So that's kind of sad. I'm going to have one click show home screen. There goes the second advertisement. We're going to test, guys, if advertisements happen on your screen regularly. Sometimes with these applications you do get lucky, and advertisements only happen when you open the app and mess with the settings in the app. So one click, double click, press and hold. Wait, what should press and hold be? Okay, maybe I should redo that. Okay, what should press and hold be? Home, recent, none, show Control Center, back, pull down notifications. How about pull down notifications? Position on the screen. You can position it to your left, to your right, or to the bottom. I'm going to keep it on bottom. Oh, the color. I they completely forgot about this. We're going to make the color black. Okay. Yeah. I like to turn it all the way up so you can see it with. I want it to be very long. This is very long. The height. Let's see how huge it can be. Okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. We're just gonna go home. So there it is. Let's swipe up. Notification access. So it's gonna have to be able to notifications home. Swipe up. Oh, whoa. Okay. So it displays all my basic applications. Let's see if it does 3D touch. Actually, it does 3D touch by raising the square, but it does not do that. Else. Screenshot. Okay. Oh, allow access. Okay, so let's try to do a screenshot again. Okay, don't show again. Start now. Screenshot. Okay, screenshots work. That's nice. So screenshot on this works. Sadly, they do not have a recorder. Again, I would just recommend you to download a recording app on your Android that doesn't require root and add it to the application feed here. So does it work on opening other applications? Yep, it works on opening other applications. Volume controls work and everything. Volume controls work on everything. Oh, and this one's really nice because it doesn't matter what application you have set for your default music. It did not ask me to do a default music application. It does the nearest audio application I have open. In this case, it's radio, so it's displaying the radio station, which I never use my radio app. What I can do with the radio app. Okay, rate this app. Okay, that is the first advertisement, technically. Never. We'll click never. Anything. Okay, so it does that. Now let's test this sideways mode that it claims it has. Wait, that didn't work. What's not working? Okay, let's do this, and let's just, I don't know, scroll through. What is all of this? I don't know what on earth this is. Apparently it claims it does work. I'm not really going into YouTube videos because I don't want to get in trouble for like recording somebody else's YouTube video. But I'm going to trust that it does what it says it does for that. Other than that, didn't hold down on this. No, it has no 3D touch features where you can go into depth of settings. You have to allow it to do everything. So that got a little bit annoying that I couldn't just press allow. I had to allow it to do this. So let's hope that the flashlight works. Yeah, flashlight works. Everything seems to work. Choose your clock app. Okay, so you have to set up your clock app. So it asks you to set up apps. Okay, so now everything should work. I don't know why this would be clock, but I'm assuming you can change that. Hopefully. So overall, I would give this app a solid 3. A solid 3 in my opinion, and here's why. 1, because range. Well, I think, you know what, maybe I'll give it a 4. But first of all, let's test gestures. Oh, I have to allow this. So I have to, again, allow something. You should get annoyed because it would be very weird if all of a sudden your application just started working and accessing your contacts and everything like that without permission. So I'm not annoyed that it's asking for all this permission. Okay, remember I said tap and hold down, drop down the menu? It did that. Okay, forgot my other. Okay, swipe up activates that. Tap once sends me home. Hold does that. Tap and hold. Okay, I'm having a little bit of an issue here. Let me go back into settings and see exactly what I set up to do what. Because maybe I forgot what I did. Okay, swipe up works correctly. One click should display home. Hold down displays that. Double click. There we go. Okay, so everything works. The only complaint I have about this is, which will probably bring the score down a little bit too. So now we're about at 4-star rating for this one because it added gestures. I love gestures. It would have been 3 if it didn't have gestures. This app's pretty basic, simple, easy to use. I give it credit for that. But if you're going to add gestures, in my opinion, to an application, you need to add a lot more that you can do with these gestures. And a lot more gestures, because swipe up, sadly, has to be used as the control center. Unless you're going to switch it to one click or something that would be completely false and fake. I feel that if you're going to add swipe up, one click, double click, and press and hold, then you might as well add swipe left, swipe right, and swipe down. And swipe down, in my opinion, because what about swiping left and swiping right? And another thing that I love is that as soon as I started the application, these bars went down, the soft keys went down. I don't know how I did that, but as soon as I started it, it knew that the button was supposed to replace the soft keys. It's very hard to take down soft keys. If you guys were wondering, you have to root your phone for that, or you can do full screen mode by downloading an app. But most apps I've downloaded for full screen mode without root have always ended up being where you cannot use the keyboard. And you need the keyboard to be able to type to your mom or friends or whoever, or whatever you use the keyboard for, just typing. You can't type. You have to get out of full screen mode and then begin typing, and your soft keys appear again. So, definitely not something I recommend. Overall, it does have basic features. You don't have to change background. Everything works on it just about fine. It doesn't have its own built-in recorder, which sucks in my opinion. I'm stalling a little bit to see if there's any advertisements. There's no unnecessary pop-up advertisements necessarily that I've seen. I'm so sorry if you guys have it like a lot longer, like maybe 2 or 3 days, and pop-up applications or pop-up apps and things like that happen. Just based on what I've tested for the time I have, it hasn't. I say that I'm going to test it left, right, up, and down. But I don't feel the need to for you guys because overall it does work. When I swipe up, there's no lag time. I don't receive a lag time. Well, okay. I do receive slight lag time. Never mind. Every 3 or 4 times you get a little bit of a lag time, but it'll really quickly make up for that. Other than that, the gestures work perfectly. The only issue is I cannot place the bar at the top of my screen and do swipe down like typical iPhone X's have, so I do not know why it's a control center without the iPhone feature feel. So yeah, that is 2 apps that I've tested so far that ended up being pretty good. Pretty okay. Now, the question is, and I'm not going to rate that one. Typically I'll rate like both of them, but I'm not going to rate that one. So overall, in the comments below, also tell me which one, because In my opinion, I liked the first one, but that's the issue with applications is you find one, you delete it, you find another one, and you like what's on both of them, and you wish you could merge both applications. Yeah. So, I guess we're going to go back in one more time and see if I can find something better. We are not looking for OS launchers. No. Wow. There is a lot of advertisements for this one. I've heard this one is the best out there. Everybody uses it. This one is the basic one. Okay. It claims to do a lot. Is this the same one? This is the same one. Man, tricked me. Other than that, I think we have a little bit of an issue. There's not as many as I thought there were. We've tried that one. Go back this way a little bit. We're going to try this one. Okay, this one claims it's Control Center style iPhone. Okay, so this one says phone, well, not iPhone X. It says 11 Phone X. So first of all, it didn't say iPhone on it, but it claims it gives you guys an expectation of it simulates the iPhone X. Let's try it. I'm in doubts right now. Okay, so Control Center status. What does it mean by size? Oh, okay. The size, I want it to be big. Okay, it's not big. It's medium size. The color, I want it to be black. Transparency, absolutely none. I can't even see the colors I'm using. Okay, there is no black. So I'm going to do a green. And it's very small. Our very first ad in the application. Position. Okay. Position it left, right, or bottom. I'm going to keep it at the bottom because there's no point. Okay. It doesn't add every time you back out of a setting. Got it. Music control. Google Play Music. So I actually had to select a music app to control. Touch to open. Touch to open means if I were to touch it, it would open. I would like to keep it at swipe up. Show on lock screen. I like how it has that feature. And we're all out of features. Okay, so it claims to have a built-in recording app and be able to add apps to it. But I don't see any applications I can add to it. Okay, it says I can add apps to it, but I cannot add apps to it. So the picture seemed to be photoshopped or copied from the other ones because I do not see anywhere I can add apps to it anywhere at all. There is no app adding. It works really well. Let's try touch to open. Okay, touch to open works well, but I would prefer it to look a little bit more realistic if I swipe. So overall, it looks smaller. It's not enormously, hugely taking up the top part of the screen. I don't know what that top part's for, though. That looks a little bit weird, but I like it. It's nice. Okay, flashlight works. Can modify system settings. Okay, I guess I gotta allow that. Okay, so now we're gonna open it. Okay, it asks me what my calculator app is, so it does open apps. It does not do 3D touch. On anything. And it does not have a screen recorder. It does not add extra apps. And it does not have screenshot. Well, no, it doesn't have screenshot. That sends you to pictures. So overall, this app's okay. And this is for basic, I guess. So if you want the basic look of it, I guess this is what you would go with. I am a little bit disappointed at the fact that it claims even having X in the title. Like if it has Phone X or iPhone X launcher or anything like that, of course you guys would expect an iPhone launcher. So in this case, I have to give it a lower score. To be realistically fair, I have to give it a little bit of a lower score because the expectation was iPhone X, and this, yes, has the texture of the OS control center, but it doesn't do some of the functions that the other two did. The positions aren't right. I cannot do the position at the top of the screen. And it does not have adding apps or a screen recorder or even screenshot. So the basics on the other apps aren't even on this one. Ignore this bottom part if you're wondering why you can still see my home screen. That's because soft keys are on and my phone is built in with soft keys and you cannot turn them off. My soft keys on my phone for my run and my software or firmware, I guess is what you would call it. The soft keys will always be on the bottom. They don't hide. They do hide when like you text or something. Not even when you text. They actually turn black and you're... Anyway, they do hide every now and then, like, and I don't get it. But I can't get them to stay hidden. So obviously you will see that at the bottom if your phone is very strict on the soft keys always being at the bottom. Some phones you can lock them to stay up here and some phones you can choose for them to hide. Other than that, I'm a little upset with this one. So this one would definitely, I would rate it a 2. I'd give it a rating of a 2 because that is a little bit ridiculous. Because it claimed it was X quality and it is not X quality at all. So we're going to give it a 2 for a rating. iSwipe Phone X. What does this one say it offers? Oh, we did this one. Okay, we did this one. That one was the other one, I believe. Cameras. See, these are all of the apps, and I like how I don't know why Apple hasn't done anything or reported any of this, because this is very suspicious how everything can claim it's Apple or related to Apple. Okay, so from this one I'm seeing 3D touch. Oh, it's saying you can add apps. So we're going to do, this one's going to be, I know I said probably the last one was the last one, but no. We're going to try another one. Haha, fingerprint. Okay, so I'm really quickly going to rant about this. If an application claims it's fingerprint, first of all, unless your phone has a built-in fingerprint or in settings you can do fingerprint by default, it's not real. It's not real. So do not rage when you download a fingerprint scanner on your phone and it either doesn't work or it just tells you to put your finger on the screen and hold down for a certain amount of seconds to set your password. Some of them work where you just keep your finger on your screen for 3 seconds and let go and then your phone unlocks. Those are so unsecure because anybody could guess or be holding their finger on the phone in frustration, or a glitch could happen, you know. So don't expect a fingerprint scanner or some application that claims it can do something like that. Don't expect it to work because your phone is not built with that and does not, or fingerprint scanning, and doesn't have the software capabilities of doing that. Best thing to do is buy a phone that has that, or a fingerprint scan button, or whatever. There's probably, I guarantee you, some type of device that you can buy on the internet that plugs into your phone charging area and lets you do fingerprint. I don't know. But just buy a phone that does that. Now, these Face ID ones I've tried. Some of them do work by using a scan of your face. It scans your face like the iPhone does. But I cannot guarantee 100% it'll work every time. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. However, don't expect it to work on your phone if your phone isn't built with a face scanner. Sometimes it will work on those phones. But my phone
naturally has face scanning abilities. My phone has an Android that has face scanning abilities. So I don't know if it's because of that it worked or not. So I can't give you real good claims on that. Anyway, we're going to open the app. So the app had a long opening time. Okay, we're going to read this because this is what it claims. It's a control center. Okay, more custom settings. Okay, so it says more. Easy changing styles. Okay. Oh, opened it. Nice how it has its little effects. So we're going to try the size. Okay, we can do left, right, or bottom of the screen to change the position. Oh, I can choose where it is on the screen as well. So that's a plus for me because that is so convenient. I don't have to do it in the middle of the screen. I can do it on the side. Side's going to be pretty big. What you do is you just drag it. You can just drag it. Okay, that is nice. The color's going to be black. And I'm going to have it be as non-transparent as possible. Show on everything. I don't know why it's that big. Okay, an ad. All I did was press back. So position, background size, color, music control. Allow music controlling. Okay, so first of all, you have to access notifications. Allow that. It did a glitch at the bottom because I moved it. I'm not going to... Wow. All I did was press back. So every time I press back, there's an ad. Remember that. Touch to open, I don't need. Show notification, positions. Okay, utility apps that you can extra add. Download other My Apps. Show notifications, touch to open. Add favorite music. Add favorite apps. Oh, so it gives me 4 slots for favorite application. So first of all, with this one, you are limited to applications you are allowed to add. So I'm going to set those up really quickly for you guys because we want to see if those work. Of course, remember that I allowed this on my lock screen, so it has to be applications you would allow to open on your lock screen. Otherwise, there's no point. So what I was thinking is download your own screen recorder. This one, of course, is a really good screen recorder for however long you want your videos to be. But the issue is it has to actually open an app, and then you have to press home, and then the little pop-up slider thingy, this thing right here, appears. Typically, if you just want one where you press it, and like iPhone, it just begins recording, I would use Mobizen. I would use a Mobizen even though it's less video time, too. So I have my screen recording app up here. We are going to try to trick it and see if it will open applications like Snapchat. No, not really Snapchat. Here. What else would I want to open? Okay, let's just say I like YouTube. I don't know why you would be restricted to only 4 in calendar. Okay, those are my 4 basic apps that I want to run. Another ad because I press back. These ads are very interesting. Okay, so it is very basic. Let's see 3D touch options. Oh, asks for permission. Not bad. That's good. Okay. It does have some 3D touch features. Okay, I can choose my ring. My system sounds are all the way up. Okay, now let's see what happens when I do that. Okay, this just pops up. It doesn't show me all my settings. Okay, music player does do that pop-up, so I am a little bit happier with it. Although it's not going to get anything more than 4 stars because of the fact that I cannot put it at the top of my screen. I cannot have the bar from the top of my screen and swipe down. So yeah, I hope you like this review. And other than that, it's amazing.